I just competed in the Portland VGC Regional Championships. I landed back home at 7 a.m. Right now it is 9 a.m. and I am ready to make a video for you. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down my entire Portland Regionals experience, with starting off with my team report, also the changes that I made from my Milwaukee VGC tournament run where I finished in the top 8. Second, I'm going to be walking you through my entire run where Kyogre scammed me, and I walk you through every single matchup, how I approached it, how I played it, and basically walking you through my team and how I navigated my tournament run against all the players I played, why I did what I did, and really giving you that deeper level insight into my matchups and how I approach everything. Then, after my run and after my team, I'm going to be walking you and updating you on my Worlds invite. Guys, I have a chance to make my first ever Worlds, and I feel like I'm getting closer. I'm going to see if you guys can let me know how close and how likely you think it is. But I'm going to give you that update. And then lastly, my secret advice for all you real ones who make it to the end. So if you want to see this video, let me know, because I just came back from this crazy tournament, and the amount of love all of you showed to me in Portland and online has been crazy. So I just have so many videos I want to make for you. So before I jump into my, sharing my screen and everything, if you can please like and subscribe, it would mean the world. I'm making so many videos for you, so I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's get right into the video. I'm going to volt switch in 3, 2, 1. Ding.
And again, just to recap what we're going to be doing today, I know the light's kind of flashing on here, but we're going to be going through my team and the changes that I made from Milwaukee. We're going to go through my run and the matchups, as well as my Worlds invite and some secret advice. So first, let's look at my team right here. So basically what I want you guys to understand is that this team is very, very similar to the team that I played in the Milwaukee VGC Regional Championships, where I got top 8. I need you to understand that the way that I play the game is I want to play with comfort, and so many new players try to do new things with new team types to crack the meta and do all of that, right? And in my opinion, that doesn't work. There were so many top players who are in the top 20, top 25 in the CP counts for North America, who try to be cute and do new ideas, like Glimora on my team instead of the URSHIFU spot. I saw teams that were just really doing a lot that most players weren't particularly experienced with, and it wasn't really going that well. And what I noticed was a lot of players who have been using similar pieces that they are already comfortable with were doing really well. And that's why, for me, I wanted to stay consistent to my team. So this is my team, right? Grimmsnarl is the exact same. I wanted Grimmsnarl with Light Clay. I wanted Prankster, Terra Ghost. I thought about Foul Play for the increase of Calyrex-Ice, but I didn't want to go that route. I saw a lot of people who have Parting Shot over Spirit Break, over Thunder Wave, and in my opinion, it's not that good. The reason I'll say that, at least on my kind of team, is that you want that speed control, because without Thunder Wave, Calyrex Shadow has a really good time against you, and a lot of things outspeed, especially when they get Tailwind, and if you don't have Trick Room position properly, you can lose. Also, Thunder Wave won me multiple sets this tournament where I Thunder Wave Calyrex Shadows, Terapagoses, Zamazenta. I actually didn't play Zamazenta, Kyogre. I just Thunder Waved everything. And in my opinion, if you're not using Grimmsnarl with Thunder Wave, you're throwing. At least, again, look at all the top Grimmsnarl performers. They were all Thunder Wave, right? So yeah, overall, I chose Grimmsnarl again because that is the comfort piece for me. I will always choose Grimmsnarl in every single tournament because it's great. And in my opinion, the only thing I changed from it was its speed. I wanted to make it a little bit faster than most Grimmsnarls. I did find out that some people were running 86, 87 speed on Grimmsnarl, which in my opinion is so fast. I guess they were scared of wheezing. But that bulk is so important in a lot of situations because if you can get both screens up, it's so valuable. So for me, I didn't want to sacrifice that. Increase the speed by a very small amount. I only have 4 speed in my Grimmsnarl, and then I had 12 for this tournament. So I think that's like the safe number. I might go back down to 4. I don't really know. I don't think speed tiers on Grimmsnarl are that important. Both screens, Spirit Break did that, right? So overall, the point of Grimmsnarl is to set up screens, Thunder Wave. Spirit Break is valuable into Terapagos, into Calyrex Shadow, if they go Terra Dark. Overall, it's a very good move. Thought about Foul Play, don't want to use it. I don't want to talk about Grimmsnarl for too long because you guys know Grimmsnarl is my GOAT. And for any new players, this is your first video. Grimmsnarl is amazing because it reduces damage. It can do very good. It has a very high base attack stat. And being able to use Thunder Wave to slow down your opponents and really para-hacks them, there's no better feeling than playing against someone, paralyzing them, and them not being able to move. And now they're getting tilted. I'm getting happy. And the momentum comes into my favor. Because, again, I'm going to be honest. There are so many more advantages in Pokemon, especially Thunder Wave, over the course of a large tournament. The value that you're going to get back is so high, right? You're going to get so many paralysis. You already get speed control. And the idea of tilting your opponents and them raging when they get full paralyzed, there's nothing like it. I love it. Because you're running the mental game as well. So, yeah, that's why I chose Grimmsnarl. And next, Miraidon. Miraidon is the same. Miraidon has been performing at every single tournament, doing very, very well. I hate Amoonguss. I do not want to get put to sleep. I only have one Terra Grass, so for me, Miraidon was the safest choice. I saw people running Choice Scarf. I saw Assault Vest with Terra Electric with Snarl. In my opinion, I like my Miraidon. You know, I have some bulk. I don't necessarily always go first. That did happen in tournaments where I did not go first. I am fast, though, I will say. But in my opinion, Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam is so good into a lot of board states. Draco Meteor, one-hit KOs, Landorus, Amoonguss, Incineroar. And Volt Switch lets you get, you know, do good pivoting. Also, E-Drift is the best move it has, right? So, in my opinion, Miraidon was the same. I think, you know, in theory, it does a lot of damage. It's a nuke button. It's really good behind screens. With Fake Out, it enables a lot of other Pokemon, and you cannot get slept. So, that's why I chose Miraidon. The next thing I want to talk about is Calyrex-Ice. I know there are some great players who get credit for their teams. And in Milwaukee, I was the only player to perform with Leech Seed Calyrex-Ice. I was the only player in Regulation I who uses an official tournament and did well. And what happened after? Let's talk about that. Every single tournament was won afterwards in Europe, in Australia, all of this by Leech Seed Calyrex-Ice. Michael, my goat, Michael Kelsch, called me one night telling me, you know, Dash, I cannot sleep at night. I think you have the best team. Leech Seed Calyrex-Ice Rider is goated. I'm like, I know, bro, I know. So he used it. He balled out. I'm so proud of him. You know, congrats to him. And so many people messaged me on Twitter. I saw, you know, like so many players in Japan used it at their nationals. Australia won with it. My friend Sebastian Rodriguez in Santiago played amazing with it. It won again in Santiago. It was just everywhere. It's the GOAT. Terra Water is just so safe into so many teams. And Leech Seed is just, you know, at this point, the whole point of Leech Seed is Wide Guard pops up. And if you click one Leech Seed off into a Lunala or Zamazenta, now every time they have to either stay in and waste their defense boost from Electric Seed or their ability, or you make them click Wide Guard, which means you're getting your health back every turn, and there's only one slot which you can target down. Otherwise, you get free Glacial Lances. And that's what Calyrex-Ice was important for. One thing I noticed was because of Michael Kelsch's team, so many Calyrex-Ices were running fast. 75, 76, 77, 78 speed tier. In my opinion, I want it to be a very isolate speed tier on my Calyrex-Ice. I'm not going to reveal what it is. But it's very important to not run into speed ties because I know so many of my friends are in that 75, 76 speed tier to creep, you know, Michael Kelsch's team. So, in my opinion, your speed, if you're going to play Calyrex-Ice, is very important. Map that out. Going first is very important if you want to be outside of Trick Room. If you're want to be in Trick Room, make sure you're really slow. Very good. I don't have much to say about this. Glacial Lens is goated. Again, I have a very bulky spread. I'm still attacking very much so with a very unique speed stat. So, yeah, Calyrex-Ice is goated. Leftovers, Leech Seed, we all know about that, and it's fantastic. Especially when Rillaboom sets up Grassy Terrain for you. You get Leech Seed plus Grassy Terrain plus Leftovers. It's kind of cracked. So yeah, Calyrex-Ice is the same. Yeah, really good Pokemon. Sets up Trick Room when I need to, too. It's fantastic. Volcarona also kept it the same. It's amazing. And it came up clutch because I'll show you guys later in my run. I played a lot more matchups that Volcarona was good into, which are Calyrex Shadow and Terapagos, Zamazenta, in those matchups. So Volcarona is amazing. Citrus Berry, I thought about Covert Cloak, I thought about Rocky Helmet, but the recovery in different positions is so important. And because I don't have leftovers because of Calyrex-Ice, I love Citrus Berry. Flame Body did not proc for me actually once this entire tournament, but it was okay. It actually did. One time Rillaboom got burned for me, which was very helpful. But yeah, the whole point of Struggle Bug Quiver Dance is if you can get one Struggle Bug, if you can get one Quiver Dance up, now you're Struggle Bugging before Calyrex Shadow, which makes him drop one against Terapagos, against Miraidon. Or if you get +2 if you're bulkier. I'm not gonna again reveal my spread because I might be using this tournament at NAIC, which is gonna be exciting. But yeah, the idea here is you want to get up enough Quiver Dances to outspeed Calyrex Shadow and Miraidon and even Zacian to pressure with Fire Dance and Struggle Bug, and it's fantastic for that. Next we have Iron Hands. Iron Hands is my MVP. Iron Hands is my GOAT. Every tournament I bring it to, it is the best for me. Having a great fake out, great low kick, all this the damage stats. Again, you get Assault Vest boost +1. You get Terrain +1 attack. And then you're doing all these huge damage, like Wild Charge in Terrain with a plus damage boost. You're doing so well. Terra Bug helps me so much into CSR Zama. We're going to see in my run how great that did pop up for me, which will be interesting. But overall, the theory is you can lead Iron Hands with Grimmsnarl, set up screens. You can lead Iron Hands with Miraidon, get fake out plus big damage. You can lead Iron Hands with Calyrex-Ice get up Trick Room. You can lead Iron Hands and Volcarona, get set up. And you can also lead Iron Hands and Urshifu, get up important taunts or KOs with Surging Strikes or Close Combat, or even Taunt. So Iron Hands enables the rest of the team, but more than just being a fake out enabler like Incineroar and Rillaboom, you're doing a lot of damage in Trick Room and outside of it, which I really like. Also, Thunder Wave, Speed Tiers with some of these moves are really, really helpful. So it's a great combination. It works with the team. I think it's the glue that holds the team together, this and Grimmsnarl, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, in my opinion, it's a fantastic Pokemon. Not using it as part of this team is your throwing. It is the best fighting type on this archetype, and I stand by that. Lastly, this is what is different than everything else. This is the only Pokemon set that I changed after Milwaukee, because against Andrew Ding's team, he let Fake Out Lunala against me he let Incineroar Lunala every single game, and I would lose. I have no way to kind of play around that other than like para hacks with Grimmsnarl. And if he gets up Trick Room with Ursaluna, it's basically impossible to beat. So my idea here was I'm going to put Taunt on my Urshifu, because now I can Taunt Lunala. Once I Taunt Lunala, it cannot go for Trick Room or Wide Guard. So what does that mean for me? Miraidon and Calyrex-Ice can come in and just Terra Fairy, Dazzling Gleam, and Glacial Lance their entire team. And that's what it was great for. Also, Detect is great for, all these random, Pokemon that can fake out and just nuke you. I see a lot of Choice Band and Choice Scarf. In my opinion, Focus Sash is great because you always will get off to survive one attack. All right, you led Miraidon into my Urshifu. I don't really care because I'm going to get one attack off no matter what. And it was fantastic. Stellar, Close Combat, and Surging Strikes won me 2 different sets where I picked up important KOs against Cornerstone Ogerpons, against Incineroars, against Calyrex-Ices, against Kyogre. It's the best Pokemon, right? So for those situations. And Focus Sash made me able to use it so much more because I would say coaching and U-turn, I barely clicked at the last regional, but I literally clicked all 4 of these moves multiple times, and Urshifu came to multiple of my sets to win. So yeah, that's why I chose Urshifu. Again, it's amazing. It sits behind screens. It really supports the rest of the team and consists of really good damage. Okay, you have Amoonguss, I'm going to taunt you. You have Trick Room, I'm going to taunt you. You have Wide Guard, I'm going to taunt you. And then the best part is in certain matchups, they'll lead Incineroar, and they're like, oh, I'm a smartass. I'm not going to fake out your Urshifu. Well, I don't really care because don't fake me out. You're going to get Surging Strikes in the face. Happened multiple times because I was not respecting your fake out. I'm sorry. I'm not scared of you, man. So yeah, that's why I chose Urshifu with Sash. In my opinion, it's the best. I understand the Band and Scarf that can be better on other teams. On this team, Sash Urshifu is the best. I stand by it. And that's why I did as good as I did. So I've not announced yet my placement. And we're going to go right now into my run. So before I even go there, let me know about my team in the comments. If you have any questions, if you have any thoughts about the theory of the team, what you think about it, let me know. I wanted to break down each individual piece without taking too long. But I'll talk more about the individual pieces and how they played as a team in my next section, where we go from my team to my run, and as well as my matchups. And I'm going to walk you through every single one of my matchups, how I played it, what did I do. And yeah, so let's get into that. My run. I finished top 64. I finished in 37th place. I finished 7-3. Pretty good resistance. And yeah, this is what I played against. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit so we can get a better view here. Can I do like credits to like zoom up? Okay, this is perfect. All right, perfect. So yeah, this is how I did. I played against a lot of day 2 competitors. 5 of my opponents from day 1 played in day 2, and I played this in day 2. So the title of my video is how Kyogre scammed me. If you can see, I lost to the same Kyogre team twice. Kyogre won the tournament, and that's going to be something we definitely talk about today, because that was the nature of my run, was good into everything except this one Kyogre team, which I played not 1 time, not 2 times, but 3 times. So first, let's go right into the video. I played against Daniel Class-Gutierrez first, and this is the team he was playing. Let's open up his Pokepaste here. He played with Terapagos, Calyrex, Shadow Rider with Amoonguss. So I'm going to walk you through how I approach the matchup. Okay, so I see Amoonguss. So automatically that means I need Miraidon, right? I need Miraidon no matter what for Amoonguss. Second thing is I always see Calyrex Shadow and Terapagos. As long as Terapagos does not have a Covert Cloak or a Clear Amulet, I'm bringing Volcarona. So now I've committed to Volcarona and Miraidon. Next, I always bring Grimmsnarl because he's not Terra Dark, and I can Thunder Wave you, and I can set up screens. So that's what I did next. Then I have Grimmsnarl. So now I have Grimmsnarl, Volcarona, and Calyrex-Ice. The last piece I have to decide is between Iron Hands, Urshifu, and Calyrex-Ice. For me personally, when I see Urshifu and Terapagos and Incineroar, I prefer Iron Hands because Fake Out is also very important. And if I can get Thunder Wave onto Terapagos and Rillaboom, I always go first. And that damage and recovery and ability to use my own terrain and my support is very important. So that's how I looked at his team sheet. And I used the same Pokemon in both games. I went Grimmsnarl with Volcarona with Iron Hands and Miraidon in the back, and I feel like I played it perfectly well, and I won quite easily. My opponent did not have a great tournament, but the team was good. I've seen this team perform very well, and I played it later in the tournament as well. Also, I saw Len Duel get top 8 with it, so that's how I approached the matchup. I beat him pretty easily, 2-0. Fun fact, my best friend's name is actually Daniel Gutierrez, so when I saw this on the team sheet, I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. So that's how I did that against game 1. I'm quite thirsty, so I'm going to get my water bottle. It's right over there. Let's grab that. Cool. So, second round. This is where the Kyogre scamming started to begin. But you guys can see that I actually won this set. So let's click on the team. Benji Carney right here. We're going to click on his team list. So yeah, this is the team that I played 3 different times in this tournament. And I won this set. I won game 1 very easily. Thank God, because we found out that my Calyrex-Ice Rider was faster. In game 1, we were both unaware of this information. So I used that Calyrex to my advantage. The way I approach this matchup is I see, okay, I see double grass and I see Amoonguss. What does that mean? Miraidon is guaranteed. I see double grass with Jugulus. What does that mean? Ice Rider is a guarantee. So I'm bringing both my restricteds. Now I have to decide what else is really strong. So one thing I personally did was I thought, okay, well, in this matchup, I think Iron Hands and URSHIFU are really good. I also thought Grimmsnarl had some viability, but Grimmsnarl is a little bit awkward because he has this Life Orb URSHIFU, right? And like, that does not make me ever feel that comfortable because looking at the team, I have it on my other screen, so I'm looking over here. Actually, I can look at it on the screen as well. When I look at this team, right, it's like Grimmsnarl can paralyze a few things and set up some screens, but I don't know necessarily the value it can have over the course of the long game. I did bring it to some of these games, and I actually brought it to game 2 where I terrassalized it turn 1, and it lost me the game instantly because he ignored it, and I had no Terra, and URSHIFU just blew through my whole team. So yeah, my advice when you're playing this matchup is it's very hard. Again, I lost to this team twice after, and I actually only won game 3 because he basically set up a pin for me in game 3, and I only basically win if I dodge Hydro Pump or I outplay like crazy afterward. And fortunately, I dodged the Hydro Pump, so I scammed Kyogre, and then I got really bad karma for it later. But looking back at this matchup, I think leading URSHIFU and Calyrex-Ice on my end is probably the best chance I have, so he can't fake me out, and then playing super aggressive after that. I have Taunt for the Amoonguss. You have to really position your Miraidon terrain well, your Calyrex-Ice well, and you have to save your tools to handle the water types later, which are Iron Hands and Miraidon. So really tough matchup. Won game 1, lost game 2, and won game 3 barely. And I played against Benji, who's actually a good friend of mine. I've been playing alongside him and been his friend for years now. So beating him, it was a very fun, clean set. We've actually I vlogged the entire experience, so you can hear our interview after, which will come out in 3 days from today when I post this video. But yeah, so I don't know, crazy match. I don't really have a great matchup into this. You have to just really play out of your mind or get a little bit lucky. I was fortunate to do a little bit of both, and we won. So I was 2-0 there. Third matchup, guys, if you're seeing a trend here, I played another Kyogre. Let's just look, guys. I played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Kyogre in 10 rounds of Pokemon, which is insane. So yeah, I played Jordan Weisman next as my 3rd round opponent. He's a really cool guy. So I sat across from him, and he said he actually watches my videos. So Jordan, if you're watching this video, let me know in the comments, bro. I appreciate you. But I saw this team, and I saw the team go undefeated in like 11-0 in Swiss and Utrecht, and I'm like, oh my god. Okay, well, this is the kind of game where I have to either get Trick Room up and ball out with my Calyrex-Ice or just blow him up from the very beginning. I knew that Grimmsnarl was not going to be the play here because it does not allow me to play the game fast enough with as much damage as he's doing. He also has this Serena. So when I see Serena, its ability is Queenly Majesty, right? So I can't go for these Thunder Waves. And not being able to slow down Kyogre, Tornadus, or URSHIFU Thunder Wave, okay, makes me know, okay, Grimmsnarl is not the play here. Especially when in rain, he can just crit through my screens. Because Surging Strikes ignores my Reflect boost. So I knew Grimmsnarl is not going to be brought. Basically, I knew Iron Hands has to be brought. Iron Hands hits Kyogre, Tornadus, URSHIFU, and Miraidon pretty well. So Iron Hands was coming. Calyrex-Ice I knew also was coming because it hits Kyogre. It can wall Terra Water. It hits Serena. It hits Tornadus. It hits Miraidon. And it can also set up Trick Room for me, which in this matchup is really big. So I knew Calyrex-Ice was coming. I knew Iron Hands was coming. Then I was like Volcarona. And Volcarona actually has a really bad time here because you get Bleak Winded, you get Surging Strikes, and you get Water Spouted. really has nothing here. If you Terra Grass, you open yourself up to Triple Axle as well as Bleak Windstorm. So no Volcarona. So that means I had 4 Pokemon left. I knew I was bringing Iron Hands, Miraidon, Calyrex-Ice, and URSHIFU. And yeah, game 1 was pretty good, pretty close. So I know that I went with more of my Ice Rider mode. No, game 1 I led my Miraidon and my Calyrex-Ice into his Miraidon and Iron Hands. He went for Terra Fairy, Electro Drift, or Volt Switch, I forget what it was, into my Cali-Ice. But I protected my Cali-Ice and I Terra Fairy, Electro Drifted his Miraidon, who went to Terra Fairy. I got to go first, luckily, and I KO'd it and won from there. It was pretty easy. I just kept winning and spamming Drift after that. Game 2, we both led Iron Hands and Miraidon, and I had a feeling that my Iron Hands might be a little bit faster. I am not super fast, but I am faster than the average Iron Hands. So I got to go for a fake out and nuke with my own Miraidon, and from there, I was able to win pretty effectively, which is fantastic. So yeah, went with that plan for game 2, and won. It kind of overwhelmed at that point, which felt very good. He didn't have Serena in the back, so I felt like I was at a big advantage after I started just spamming Dazzling Gleams when he brought Kyogre in. So yeah, won game 2 pretty easily. We had a great talk afterward. He really helped me out. Great conversation. Shout out Jordan if you're watching this video. Felt pretty good. Beat him pretty handedly. Then I see my team 4. You're going to see this in the vlog. In my round 4, I'm playing against one of my best friends in the entire tournament, who I know has a really good matchup into me. I'm like, oh my God. Because I'm playing against Mr. Kasun Thompson. Shout out you, Kasun, my GOAT. And I'm playing Kasun. Let me open another tab here. And if you look at my team, Zacian is a really bad matchup. Zacian hits Grimmsnarl with Behemoth Blade. Miraidon with Play Rough. If I Terra Behemoth Blade. Calyrex-Ice, Behemoth Blade. URSHIFU, Play Rough. Iron Hands, Play Rough. Volcarona, however, hard carries against Zacian. The problem is that this Zacian team had not just one counter with Annihilate Final Gambit, who outspeeds me, but Ogerpon Rock. So I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I'm about to lose to my friend, bro. No way. So basically the way I approached this matchup was I have to play the mind game of who can win. Can I remove his Ogerpon before he can remove my Volcarona? Game 1, I knew he would lead Ogerpon. He led Ogerpon plus Terapagos. So I led, I believe, Grimmsnarl plus, I think, Iron Hands. Oh, no, I moved plus Miraidon, I believe. I think. Yeah. So my plan was I think I just Thunder Waved, Volt Switched into Ogerpon, brought in my Iron Hands. I removed Ogerpon pretty quickly, and then my Volcarona just rolled him game 1. Game 2, I knew he was going to lead Ogerponization because that hard countered my lead game 1. So I said, okay, I'm going to lead Grimmsnarl plus URSHIFU. The plan is I knew he was going to lead this because I rolled him last time, and he knows that with Zacian, he can remove my Grimmsnarl right away and also apply pressure to the rest of my team. But I knew if I can remove Ogerpon, I'll win in the back. However, I didn't bring my Volcarona. I brought Iron Hands in the back. I brought Iron Hands and Miraidon. So I knew I could play some mind games there. So, yeah, right away I Thunder Waved Zacian and Terra Stellar Surging Strike into Ogerpon. He went for Follow Me, which was fine. So I removed Ogerpon, and then he removed my Grimmsnarl. So now it's my Iron Hands and my no, it's my then I brought out my Miraidon, I believe. No, I brought out Iron Hands. So then I brought my Iron Hands and my URSHIFU. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna fake out and do some damage. That's what I did. And then I switched out Miraidon. I sacked it to KO Zacian. And then I won in the end game because my Iron Hands and URSHIFU were 1v1 with his Annihilate, who's his last piece, and I won the matchup. Really hard matchup. I think if we rematched, he might have won because he knew my game plan. I think when I only had to play him one time, I knew how to beat him in 2 games. I played it absolutely perfectly, in my opinion. And I took care of business, and I beat him. When you approach a team like this, you have to realize what your win con is. Against Zacian and Terapagos, a Volcarona with Struggle Bug and Fiery Dance plus Quiver Dance is so good because if I get 1 Quiver Dance up or 2, then I have pressure on you and you with Struggle Bug plus Fiery Dance. The problem is he has Annihilate and Ogerpon to slow down my Volcarona. So I know I have to remove them first. So getting a Thunder Wave off is super vital and important because then I can outspeed Ogerpon with some of my other pieces, like my Volcarona, like my Calyrex, like my URSHIFU, and that was my plan, and that's how you have to approach it. What's your biggest threat to your win con? Remove that and win, and that's what I went to do, which felt fantastic. So yeah, Kason, shout out to you. The vlog's gonna be fun when we talk about the matchup. Yeah, and then I go into my next round where the Kyogre scam keeps happening, where I'm playing Mr. Cary D'Ortona. I want to pronounce it like Cary D'Ortona, who actually finished in top 4. Speaking of Kyogre, I'm going to get some more water. Cary had an absolutely amazing tournament where he went undefeated in day 1, lost 1 in round 2, day Swiss, and then he made it to all the way to top 4, where he lost on a critical hit to Gavin in game 3. Fun fact also, let me know in the comments if you're excited, because I'm dropping a team report with Cary with insane energy, insane matchup conversation, not just the standard, boring, slow-paced team reports that we're used to seeing, but more like I want to take the best parts from team reports I've seen and make them even juicier, even stronger, even more informative, even more conversational, and we're going to be bringing that to you guys very soon. There are already so many great team reports on YouTube. Personally, they're hard for me to stay super engaged with. So I'm going to try to be making one where it's a little bit more engaging, a little more high information, to where it can help new players use their teams and really understand how good players think. So yeah, we're going to be doing a team report with Cary, but this was a team that kicked my ass, guys. He crushed me in 2 games. Also, he found out from Benji that my Calyrex-Ice was faster than his. He led Kyogre, Rillaboom every single game with URSHIFU and Calyrex-Ice, and the way that I played the first matchup did not help me in this matchup, and I got absolutely rolled in 2 games. I don't really know how much to say about this. If you want to watch Cary talk about it in the vlog, it comes out in 3 days, and I'm sure he'll talk about it in the team report. But them leading Kyogre plus Rillaboom, I don't get terrain control, and they just do so much damage in trade-offs, and they just sets up so many pins. Game 1, I forget what I led, like Calyrex-Ice and Grimmsnarl, got absolutely cooked. Game 2, I had a much better lead with Calyrex-Ice and Miraidon, and I got to remove his Rillaboom turn 1. But the way it worked out was he gets to bring in his URSHIFU, and if my Miraidon's not on the field, he just crits through all of my attacks with Terra. You know, not Terra, we'll just Surging Strikes Life Orb in rain. And without a resisted Terra, I'm just getting rolled in damage. So, yeah, guys, like, Cary had a masterful day 1. And he absolutely blew me out of the water. And he made the top 4. I can't even be mad. He played amazing. And yeah, he literally told me that his team was built to beat my team, and it seems like my team. So, it was already a hard matchup. He also has Never Melt Ice instead of Leftovers, which also means I can't reduce the damage. So his Calyrex-Ice is consistently doing more damage than mine. And there was never a board state where I had an Eddie advantage, and he just took advantage and won. This team is amazing. So yeah, I don't have much more to say about it because it's great. I think looking back on it, if I led my own URSHIFU and Calyrex-Ice, I would have had more to play around with, but I did not know it at the time. Without reviewing the matchup myself, so it's okay. I went 4-1. I got cooked, and we actually have a tweet where where we both were calling each other McFree. He did win. He did get to call me McFree after that. Some people were tweeting about it, but it's okay. It's all fun and games, man. But he played fantastically well. So yeah, good job to Cary. Next, I saw this. I was playing Alvin Mo, who had yet another day 2 performance, and he also was playing CSR with Terapagos. And this let me know, okay, I have a good matchup here. I can play well. The only difference is from this to Daniel's team is that, let me pull up my thing one more time. Where is it? Sorry, 1 second. Is that, let me full screen this guy again. Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties. Is that Alvin has Ogerpon Cornerstone on his team, and I have, and Daniel had Amoonguss. So when you see Ogerpon Cornerstone, Volcarona is much, much harder. So, but because he does have Calyrex and Terapagos, I'm bringing Volcarona because he doesn't have URSHIFU, right? So my plan is, okay, I don't see Amoonguss, so I actually don't need Miraidon. So I'm going with Grimmsnarl because, again, I can Thunder Wave this guy, Thunder Wave this guy, Thunder Wave this guy, Thunder Wave this guy, and Thunder Wave this guy. Really, really strong. So my mindset is I'm going to go Grimmsnarl, I'm going to go Volcarona, I'm going to go Iron Hands, and in this game, I went with Calyrex-Ice. I could have gone URSHIFU, which I thought was probably the better pick, but I went Calyrex-Ice. Game 1, it didn't matter. He didn't even bring Ogerpon Rock. So I set up my Volcarona and blew through him. Barbecue chicken, I was cooking him. It was McFree. Game 2, he adjusted very well. He didn't even bring Terapagos. He led into his Calyrex Shadow, Incin, Rilla, and Ogerpon mode, and he cooked me. Absolutely fried me. I tried to do a very similar approach, and I realized, okay, he just went Terra, Ghost, Cali Shadow. I led Grimmsnarl and Calyrex-Ice to call a different adjustment, and did not work at all. So yeah, he cooked me in that game. Game 3, I realized, okay, if he's going to go with that mode, I need to get Thunder Wave off on his Cali Shadow at least and use Miraidon because he has not seen me bring Miraidon in Game 1 or Game 2. That's my X factor for game 3. So in game 3, I went with Grimmsnarl plus Miraidon with Volcarona and Iron Hands in the back. My goal was to use Miraidon to punish, keep my terrain control, get nice Volt Switches to ruin Ogerpon's and Calyrex Sashes, and then have Miraidon for the late game to blow through his team. That's what I did. I played it to a T, and I just positioned very, very well. He also played great, but I was always a couple turns ahead. Once I got my Thunder Waves off on everything except the Cali Shadow, I knew I was in a great spot. I got my Iron Hands to take some key KOs. His Rillaboom, I positioned my Volcarona well. He U-turned it. I got a Flame Body proc, and I was really ahead from there. So, yeah, Grimmsnarl, preserving it was really important, and that's what I did to win, and that's what happened. So, in my opinion, if you're going to use my team and you see this, you always bring Volcarona, and then this spot's always Amoonguss or Ogerpon, right? So then you have to use the other pieces of your team to analyze how you're going to beat that, and that's what I did, and I won. So, yeah. That was that matchup. I hope this is helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if this is helpful. I'm really talking a lot, quite fast, and I want to be very in detail with how I approach every matchup. So if you want to use my team or something similar, you know at least how I approach these games. Let me get some water. Okay. Got some water, see what time it is. We're cooking right now. It is 7:30. Also, yep, Cary just confirmed we will be doing a team report very, very soon, which is very exciting. Great. So now let's keep it going. So next here I have, going to my next matchup. Let's go back from Alvin. I then played against Mr. Lorenzo Arce. And guys, I saw this team. I want you to let me know what you think about this team. This is a hell matchup for me. Kyogre is scamming me once again. I saw this Calyrex Shadow and I did not know what to do against it. I cannot click Spirit Break. I cannot click Struggle Bug. I cannot do a lot of things. I can't click Thunder Wave if he follow me's or taunts. I can't even do fire damage with Volcarona Quiver Dance because he has Kyogre and screens. Game 1, I got rolled. My thought process was I'm going to pressure early game with URSHIFU. I'm going to taunt Clefairy and taunt Incineroar and use my Grimmsnarl to para-hacks the shit out of his Calyrex Shadow. We both go for this play turn 1. He led Grimmsnarl and Cali Shadow game 1. We each Thunder Waved the opponent. I Thunder Waved Cali Shadow. I went for Taunt actually on Grimmsnarl, and he went for Thunder Wave onto my Calyrex-Ice. I got full parried, and he got nasty plot off. Then he set up a screen, and I got full parried again, turn 2, and I just lost. I just lost game 1. Game 2, I said, okay, well, I'm not going to even go for damage or screens. I'm just going to get Thunder Wave off and pray. So my plan was get Taunt onto the other slot that's not Cali Shadow, which is either Grimmsnarl or Incineroar. Taunt one of these two Pokemon. Thunder Wave this guy. And then use my Miraidon in the back to hopefully crit through things or just get full paras. And guys, let me tell you, I don't know how it worked, but it worked. It actually worked. Grimmsnarl was the MVP. I got at least 1 to 2 full paras on this Calyrex Shadow in both games. On protects, on attacks, and my 3-hit KO with Friend Guard was Dazzling Gleam Terra Fairy, and it worked. And Calyrex Shadow died to the Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleams. In this matchup, you have to understand your win con. I had a 10 to 90 matchup in his favor. He's also a great player. Before I played him in this matchup, he was 10-2 in his last 12 sets at regionals. So I had to look at this like, oh my god, Miraidon is the only way I can do it, and I have to paralyze this thing. So that's what I did. It worked out. I was popping off like crazy because, for those of you who don't know, I was at 855 points, and if I win this matchup, then I get to win and now go into a win-and-in situation. Or no, I was already in a win-and-in situation, I believe. Yeah, this was my win-and-in. So if I win this, I automatically get day 2, and I automatically can get a higher chance for Worlds. So I got to beat my great friend. It was not McFree, but Grimmsnarl, the GOAT. I call him the Great Equalizer. He brought me there because, you know, my guy's been loyal to me from the jump. I use him at every single Pokemon tournament. He's my MVP, my favorite Pokemon, and it helped me win this matchup. So, yeah, that's how I approached it. Thunder Wave and Prey. And I was hitting the Japanese hands, you know, I was hitting that consistently, and it came through, and I won. So yeah, it was a great match. I got lucky. Both of us, the only way either of us win is through hacks. That's what I did, and I ended up winning. Shout out Lorenzo. He's a great player. He made the top cut. You're awesome, bro. Then I had my last match against Ryan Haig. This is the matchup I've been practicing over and over again. This is why I have Taunt on my URSHIFU, because I can now taunt Lunala and go for it. Game 1 and 2, he led Incineroar Miraidon. I led with game 1 with, what did I lead? I led URSHIFU and Miraidon both games. Game 1, I knew he wasn't gonna be like, oh, there's no way he clicks fake out. There's no way he clicks fake out. No, I let Iron Hands URSHIFU game 1. He's like, oh, there's no way he thinks I click fake out into his URSHIFU. So I just clicked Surging Strikes into Incineroar, and it died. And I played a great end game. It came down to a 50-50. Do I protect on my 1 HP URSHIFU or not? I thought, because I was aggressive on turn 1, he thought I wouldn't be aggressive, so I went for the aggressive play. He got it right, and he won game 1. Unfortunately, game 2, I led Miraidon and URSHIFU. He led the same 2 Pokemon. Now I'm like, okay, he now thinks I'm going to go for the aggressive play again. So I protect my my URSHIFU. I Electro Drift Incineroar. He fakes out URSHIFU and Volt Switches it. So then I get Incineroar lives on 1 HP. And now I have Incineroar at 1 HP next to Miraidon. And then I have my full health, both of mine. So then I go for Drift into Incineroar, kill it. I go for Terra, Stellar, Surging into Miraidon and bring it to low HP. I get to a board state now where it's an amazing matchup for me. It's my Iron Hands versus his Miraidon, who is -2 without terrain. The only way I lose to a critical hit, I'm not even pressed. I'm like, I'm going to beat him. This is fine. And then his Miraidon, outside of terrain, Assault Vest, -2, critical hits me, and I lose. I was literally sitting there like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, that guy could have been 7-1 with only 2 rounds of Switch in day 2, and I lost to a Draco Meteor crit. And I counted afterward, even with the critical hit, it was a roll to kill me. Because he had no terrain up, and he's Assault Vest. It was okay, whatever. But I'm feeling the moments again. And we talked about it on the vlog. Ryan Haig's also an amazing player. I think he made top 16. But yeah, the way I approach this matchup, for those of you who know, is your goal is to taunt Lunala. And URSHIFU is your key piece. He cannot one-hit KO it, and you have Protect into Incineroar Fake Out. So that was what I chose to do. It went great. You basically, what you want to do is prevent Trick Room and Wide Guard, then bring in your Lunala, then you want to bring in your Miraidon and your Calyrex-Ice to just blow things up. And that's what I did. Unfortunately, I lost a 50-50 in game 1, then I lost to a critical hit in game 2, and I literally outplayed in game 2. What you gonna do? Right, so I finished 6-2. Now I'm hyped because I made day 2. I got at least 80 points. And all I have to do is win 2 matchups tomorrow, which, again, I was 6-2 in Milwaukee, and I took that 6-2, and I made it the top 8. So I'm feeling good again. And after that, I look at my next matchup, and I'm seeing him against Shane Gaffney. And this is the Michael Kelch team, right? This is literally the Michael Kelch team. I'm looking at it, and I have plans. The only difference is that he has clear Amulet over Leech Seed, which I don't mind because my Calyrex-Ice beats his Calyrex in the end game. So game 1, I knew he's going to lead Incineroar plus Miraidon, but he actually did Incineroar plus Calyrex-Ice. I led my Calyrex-Ice plus my URSHIFU, so I can get double protects, no fake outs. The goal here is that he always brings Incineroar because he knows his Incineroar has the fastest fake out on the entire board. He hits it for free basically every single time. So you want to lead double protect. That's what I always will do. So I did that game 1. Game 1 basically kind of kicked his ass. Knew what I was doing. I had my game plan. It was great. Game 2, I knew he was not going to go Incineroar. So I led with my Iron Hands and Miraidon, calling a Miraidon or Landorus lead, and I got it exactly right. He led Miraidon and Grimmsnarl. When I tell you this man made the craziest play turn 1, like I didn't sit back and clap. I know the Miraidon will always typically Terra Fairy in front of me, but no. This man Terra Ghost his Grimmsnarl, clicks Thunder Wave into my Miraidon, and raw Electro Drifts into me. So if I just don't do anything, don't Terra or anything, I can just Draco Meteor or Dazzling Gleam and win. But he's a freaking savage, and he does that, and I Terra Fairy my Miraidon, and I fake out his Grimmsnarl. Fake out gets ignored. He goes to Thunder Wave onto my Miraidon, and then he gets a freaking Electro Drift and KOs me, and the game just ends turn 1. Shane's a savage for that, and he won on a crazy play. Good for you, bro. It was awesome. Then game 3 happens. I lived the same thing. I thought he would do the same thing. But no, he went back to his Ice Rider instant mode. And I let Hands and Miraidon. This is bad for me. This is like very bad for me. We exchange fake outs into both Pokemon. So then I get fake out into my Miraidon. And then I fake out into his Calyrex-Ice. So then I go for Volt Switch into his Incineroar. And low kick onto his Calyrex-Ice. He protects Calyrex-Ice. But then his Volt switches. He switches out Incineroar into Landorus. So now he has Landorus in for free against my 2 electric types. And I'm stuck into Volt Switch. So basically what I do here now is I Volt Switch. I actually low kicked the Lando Eye. Just to get the KO on Incineroar. But he picked up the Calyrex-Ice, so I was like, okay, anyway. Next turn, I do some pivoting. And basically, like, I fast forward to a game state to where I was able to position my Miraidon in the end game next to my fake out with my Calyrex-Ice. And I was able to win the long end game there. It was very positioning based. But your goal is if you can get Miraidon in a position to get a free switch or a position where he's not in Trick Room and you get fake out plus KO, you always win. And that's what I played to. I had a terrible turn 1, terrible turn 2, but I played and pivoted well with my Iron Hands low kick. I got a nice critical hit, which did not matter in the grand scheme of things, but it gave me a 50-50, 60-40 to like a nice 70-30. It gave me some good momentum there. So, yeah, Shane was a great player. I beat him in 3 games, and I'm feeling fantastic now. And again, if you're playing this matchup, you have to preserve your protect. You always have to make sure that his Incineroar is addressed and respected. Also, because you have Calyrex-Ice, you want to ignore his Calyrex until the end because you always win that one-on-one, that mirror. So that's how I approached it, and it won me the set. So now I'm feeling good. Now I'm feeling good, and I'm going into my my next match, which is my winning in for top cut. And I'm staying with my good friend Blake. He's also playing on this Cary team. And I play my winning in, bro. And I'm playing against my literal roommate at this tournament, who has now seen me lose and struggle versus Kyogre twice now. He heard how I got lucky versus Benji. He knows how Cary kicked my ass. And me and Blake talked about this matchup the night before over and over. So I could help him and he could help me. I have no matchup into this. I have to play out of my mind. And he just played optimally and won. Like, it's just so frustrating. But I'm so happy for him because he has never made a top cut before. And if I was going to lose and someone else had to make it, I'm glad it was Blake. But yeah, he just did the same thing that Cary did, but a little bit differently. Game 1, he led Kyogre Amoonguss. I led URSHIFU Calyrex-Ice. He either has to read Taunt or read a super hard attack into the Kyogre. I went for Taunt, he protected, and he just kind of steamrolled me from there. Game 2, he led Amoonguss. He led Rilla and Calyrex-Ice. I led the same thing. I got a nice close combat off, but the problem was, worse than Cary's team, he has Terra Electric. So I can't even Terra Grass him, bait him into Terra Grass with Miraidon, and then Glacial Lance him. There's like nothing I can do. I should have played into Grimmsnarl maybe a little bit more. But it was like I had no matchup. And I was just sitting there frustrated. Like, there was nothing I could do. I think going into my next tournament, I have to really practice this matchup a lot more. But Blake played it amazingly well. So did Cary. And there's a reason why this team made it to 2 of them made it to top cut, right? Like, one made top 4, one made top 32. And Blake played exceptionally well. Like, I'm not surprised he made top cut. He was balling out. The team is great. And it really is made to hard counter Miraidon Calyrex-Ice. Like, look at this. Terra Electric Kyogre with terrain control. Like, what are we doing? With Never Melt Ice. Wins the mirror. Wins the matchup. Helps with terrain. And just looking at this now, I get PTSD. I was really upset. It was the first time I made day 2 and have not top cut this year. And doing it to someone who knew my entire team, who knew my spreads, who had friends that played the matchup, who lives with me and knows how I play. It was just a recipe for disaster. Again, I'm not complaining. I had every chance to win if I played insanely aggressive and I got all the turns right. But Blake deserves all the respect and credit for winning, and that's what he did, and he did awesome. So, yeah. So, as you guys can see, Kyogre scammed the living life out of me. I lost to it here. I lost to it here. I almost lost to it here, and I almost lost to it here. My biggest takeaway is that Kyogre is amazing. And, yeah, that's my run. So, in my opinion now, like just reflecting on my run, my biggest takeaway is that I have to respect Kyogre going into NAIC. I don't know if I'm going to be playing the same team or not, but Kyogre kicked my ass, and that was the only matchup that I feel like I could not win or I was at a disadvantage. And that's truly what happened. So that's how I'm looking at my next round, like my next tournaments going forward. How do I handle this a little bit better? Because without that, it becomes really, really tough. So, yeah, that's what happened there, and I don't feel great about it, but it's okay. You know, that's a game that we play, and I'm very okay with that. But, yeah, that's why I played. I think, again, going into game 1, again, I'm going to walk through the matchup. CSR Pagos, Volcarona. This, Kyogre, just pray. Play good and pray. And to this kind of team, you want to go aggressive. You want to make sure you get damage trade first. You want to Trick Room. Zacian, Tropagos, Volcarona. Kyogre, you got to pray. Tropagos here again. Volcarona. This, Thunder Wave and pray. Here, leverage your URSHIFU. Here, leverage your URSHIFU with Miraidon Calyrex-Ice. Here, you pray. I had a great tournament. I think if I didn't play any more of these, I played the same team 3 times. If I didn't play against it, which is the way these tournaments go, I think I would have made the top cut and gone really far. I felt great about my matchups to all the other teams. I just put the wrong team at the wrong time. So yeah, that's how I feel. And yeah, that was that part. And now I want to go more into the tournament, my world updates, and my secret advice coming up right now. So now let's break down my number 3, which is the lights look really bright, my world update. So for those of you who don't know, in the US and Canada, the Masters Pokemon VGC division, for me to qualify for the Pokemon VGC International Championships and go and attend and compete amongst the world's best, it is invite only, and only the top 75 from my region get to go, right? So, where am I in the rankings? I can make another video explaining it in further detail. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do that. But for those of you who know about this race, I'm going to show you guys where I am in the leaderboard. So, currently in the US and Canada, let's see where I am. I am not top 75. I am number 83. Okay. So I'm number 83. Now we can see if players already won tournaments and won a regional or an international, then they get an automatic invite and they do not count towards that 75. So now clicking on here, we see all the people highlighted in green have won a championship. So they do not count towards it. So let's see where the blue is. Oh my God. Guys, I am 1 spot out. What? Yo. This is actually crazy. Okay. So looking at this is, okay, they did not count my regional yet. So I'm going to do an update later this week where we go over this. But I am at 855 points. And I just technically got 100 points from my top 64. So this will put me at 955. That would put me at all the way up to here at 49. But a lot of these other players, I think, also went to Portland and did well. I'm looking at it now, and I see that, let's see here. Who did well? Aaron Trailer got top 32, I believe. Aditya, Adi did pretty well. Johnzu got top 16. Olivia got top 32. Benny got day 2. Montana Mott got top 8. A lot of these players I'm competing with in this range, Len Duel got top 8. Did Aaron Brock, oh my God, he's below me. He got top 4, bro. Shit. Dominic Vogel got top 3. Oh my God, guys. So yeah. So I'm gonna go up, but I don't know my situation. I wish it was updated right now so I can do it in the next video. But basically, we are still underdogs. We are still right outside. So I have this tournament, and then I have a tournament, NAIC as well. So I'm hoping I can really do this. Like, I don't know how likely this is. Again, I'm not a professional player. I'm like you, the average player who goes 4-4, 5-3. That's me. I made day 2s this year. This is my first time really doing so. So what it looks like is I am just outside of it, and this is the update still. So once this updates, in the next video, I will actually go through it at the end if you care about it. Let me know in the comments if you want to know about my Worlds race. And the road to Worlds continues. So yeah, that's what it looks like here. I have 2 events left here. Still have some local points. Look at all these locals. I only went to 2 and I won both. So maybe this weekend I can look for a local too. That could be a good idea. Comment if you want me to go to a local this weekend. Let me know if you think I should do that. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Again, also want to apologize for the energy not being as hectic as usual. I got off a crazy long flight, and I want to make this video the day of, so you guys can have this video tonight to watch. So I hope you guys really do appreciate that. And yeah, if you made it this far in the video, I want to go over my number 4 thing, which is my secret advice. You know, I'm not even going to put a timestamp on this part because I want to see how many real ones, you know, make it to the end of this video. I want to just say thank you to everyone because when I went to Portland, there was at least 20 to 30 people who came up to me and really think that my videos are valuable. I want to shout out some of you guys who did that because it like made my entire weekend. the fact that some of you said that my videos were helpful, some of you were saying that I represent, like I am who I am on camera in person, that they see so many VGC players who are uptight and don't want to talk and, you know, don't have fun, and they saw me and that they want to be like me and have a good time, and that they like me as a face of this game. It made me so emotional and happy, and it makes me love this game even more. For those of you who are watching at this point, I call it a secret advice, but it's honestly not even advice. Like, this is just purely for me to say thank you to the people who are here. If you made it this far, I want you to comment real one in the comments. Comment the word real one, REAL, like this. Like, comment real one. I don't know what images pop up. Let's see. No, yeah, comment, guys, comment real one in the comments if you feel that way, because so many people said this. I got to take my first ever picture with someone. I don't know. I feel very grateful for this opportunity to be myself, make videos, and actually enjoy the game that I'm playing. And yeah, I think my best advice, like, I actually do want to give you some advice, is when you go to these tournaments, have fun and really enjoy yourself. Talk to new people. Enjoy playing this game, because we get to travel the world to play a kid's video game, right? And it's this piece of our life that we don't want to let go of, that we want to actually put more into. And there's no feeling like winning, like meeting new people and having a great time. So my vlog comes out in a couple days, and I've actually got to able to record some footage of me talking to some of you guys. I know some of you watching this hopefully are in that vlog. And yeah, you know, number 4, there's no secret sauce. It is, I always say C, and C. Comfort, consistency, and confidence. And if you can do those 3 things and have a fun time, then this game is meant for you. And this tournament was amazing. I think I'm going to NAIC. I have a chance to make Worlds, and my goal for you, just so you guys know, is I want to make as much content as possible. I want to post every 3 days for the rest of the year. And I'm going to try to do that. I want to live stream once a week. One thing I would love to ask from you guys, the real ones who made it this far, is let me know in the comments your favorite parts of these videos, what you want from me. If you have interest in live streams, if you have interest in things like, I don't know, like me, if I can make you guys free PDFs, free guides, whatever, like, I don't even care. I will give you whatever you guys want if it's valuable. That's from the bottom of my heart. So I don't know. I'm just feeling grateful. So many people in this community think, you know, I'm a very arrogant, you know, I'm an asshole, all these words people call me, and I don't care what they have to say, because those of you who have met me and spoken to me and taken the chance to get to know me and watch these full videos know I'm just a normal guy who has a life outside of this game that wants to have fun when I'm here. You know, I work a full-time job. I have a relationship. I have a girlfriend. I live in my parents' house. But I love Pokemon. I love Pokemon VGC. I love traveling. And to be able to, travel the world, play one of my favorite games of all time, and then create content that I am passionate about and then people are actually enjoying, there's like nothing in the world like that. So yeah, I don't know. That's all I have for you guys today. I really appreciate it. The vlog drops in 3 days. So if you want to watch my last video where I do a 90-day challenge to make you players better, a lot of you guys in person said you like that video, watch the 90-day challenge right here. But if you want to watch my advice video on bad advice and my personal advice to how I day 2'd yet another regional and why it's working for me, then watch this video. But yeah, guys, like, subscribe, comment real one in the comments if you made it here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's Dark Type Darsh. Peace.